Everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video, and it seems as though Papa John's has gone full SJW. Now, I'm doing this video after I read an article yesterday. Today is Thursday, and I read an article on Wednesday about a recording that was done of John Schnatter, Papa John, essentially, and he his company, because of the things he said last year about the NFL being, to blame for falling Papa John sales, because they weren't handling the kneeling situation appropriately. So they had him go through what amounts to sensitivity training, and there was a company, a laundry company that was partnered with them, do like an exercise over a conference call about some of the things he won't, try to avoid saying certain things that would, get him in trouble. And well, he said something that apparently got him in trouble with some of the people who heard the conference call. Essentially, he said Colonel Sanders called black people niggers, and there was, he didn't get any, and there was no hoopla about, there was no hoopla made about that from KFC. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I never heard anything about that like that from Colonel Sanders. And not to say I'm coming to his defense. But John Schnatter, he also mentioned it because he's from Indiana, and at one point, for those of you who didn't know, Indiana was home to the largest number of Klan members per capita. And he mentioned in the conference call how, and as to drive the point, against the idea that he made, the idea of him, I guess, being associated with anything that was racist, because going back to the NFL, apparently his comments were liked by some white supremacist groups. Anyway, he said that where he came from, blacks were, he said African Americans were dragged behind pickup trucks until they died. And I think he was saying it. He was saying to make a point that, obviously he's not associated with that kind of stuff, because he grew up in the area where that kind of stuff happened, and he didn't like it. And he was pointing out how silly the whole thing was, that he's having to be coached about what he can and cannot say. Well, I guess some of the people who heard him say nigger got upset, and he had to issue an apology, and he resigned from being the head chair of the company. He still has a share. I think it's like 24% ownership of the company. It was interesting when it was found out about what happened on Wednesday. Papa John's stock dropped. I think it was like a 5% drop. But then today, after his apology, because he resigned yesterday and he apologized, he issued an apology today. The stock went up. If I'm saying this correctly, stock went up 14%. The whole debacle. This whole thing is silly. He said a word. He said nigger. He said something that's been said on and on and on again throughout American history. Whether you like it or not, it's a word. It exists. You're not gonna hear on my channel. You're not gonna hear me say the N word. I'm gonna say nigger if that's what I have to say. That's the word I have to use, because the word doesn't bother me. Have I ever been called a nigger? Yeah, I have. And I'm still standing. No one's I'm not in fear for my safety. I think I probably haven't been called that. Maybe if I can recall, I don't know, maybe 3 times in my life. I'm 29. It's a word. People got upset because he said a word, and now he had to step down from being, which you know what, I disagree. I don't think he should have stepped down. You know, I believe he should have stuck to his guns. You know, but hey, I guess that's just how things work. The whole idea was silly to begin with, which is why he used that as an example. You know, tell me if you guys know if Colonel Sanders actually called black people niggers. You know, cause I think it'd be pretty funny. You know, to see if that truth came out, how many black people actually are going to keep buying KFC. You know, and even if they do, and even if it was the case, doesn't really matter. You know, he's dead. You know, Harlan Sanders has been dead for a long time. But still, it's like it's you know, people. If there was a recording for everything that people have said away from the public, you know, I'm pretty sure it'd make everyone's head spin. I'm pretty sure people who heard the word nigger being said have said some nasty things about other people, and would be embarrassed themselves to have that kind of stuff played out to the public, or at least played to people that knew them, but they didn't think that they would say those kind of things. So I think the whole thing's a joke. But you know, I'm gonna still eat Papa John's. I like the pizza, and John Schnatter didn't say anything that had been taken to that level. Or he didn't say that it should have elicited that kind of reaction. But yeah, you can't help how, you know, can't always help how people react to things. You know, for a video like this, I should have my coonskin hat, but I'm outside my job, and I just want to do this. I got the, you know, I saw the news on my phone. I want to do a quick video in the office, and I did, you know, following you guys' advice. I'm not gonna have the engine running, you know, because I understand the engine is quite loud. But please tell me what you think. Do you agree with John Schnatter? I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. Do you agree with John Schnatter stepping down as CEO of Papa John's? Do you agree with, you know, what's going on? I will include a link in the description box when I do the final editing for this video. And please let your opinion be known. If you want to support the channel, just look for the give up that cheese button on the homepage, and you can help make a donation to the channel. It helps fund many different projects that I do that I show you guys on my channel. And you grab some complaints, send me a PM, I'll see what I can do to address them. But that's my video. It seems like Papa John's is going full SJW. I'm Edward Jones, and you guys take care.